fuck? You doing the things? Just pause. But I need ideas for a video. Like, I don't know what to do, and nobody ever asks for any videos. So, do you have any, like, ideas? Good ideas?
Well, actually, I have, like, one or two ideas. What I was picturing was how to juggle Fortune, the best Skylander game, the best Splatoon, how to Puyo Poo, how to juggle, who's the tallest video game character ever, which is the best haircut in Splatoon, how to Puyo Puyo, how to juggle, bestest Pokemon ever, how to Puyo
Pop! Your ideas are garbage. Oh, familiar faces, worn out places, worn out places. But in the further days, going nowhere, going nowhere. The tears are filling up their glasses. No, I think we need to do another take of that, boys. So in my research, there were a couple of important but arbitrary decisions I had to make to decide what factors into the average Pokemon. Do I include Megas? Do I include Alolan forms? Do I include alternate forms? But for the best, most accurate data, I decided I'd just include all of them. So that includes like Ash Greninja, full 100% Zygarde, Primal Kyogre, Groudon. I also had to decide what characteristics of Pokemon were going into deciding what affected this research. And to save you the time for me listing all of them off, here they are. And now pause and read them all. I don't want to stretch this longer than it needs to be. Yet, he said after an unnecessary 20-second intro. And I will be using decimals up to the 10,000th spot, but they're approximate, so they won't always add up to 1. AKA 100%. And now, finally, the video that nobody knew they wanted, but suddenly realized they wanted. The average Pokemon. Welcome to WatchMojo.com. This is Jacob. Signing off. So probably the first thing you think of when I say average Pokemon is what type is the most common, and how many Pokemon are dual type. Well, the answer for that is 0.5368% of Pokemon are dual type, and 0.4631 aren't. So you're probably thinking of a type that you think is the most common. Go ahead and comment what you think, but no cheating, because this is what we do to cheaters. Anyway, the most common type is water, surprise, surprise. Then it's followed by normal and flying, and then everything else. And here are the exact numbers, which I might keep on screen, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you should just pause right now. Maybe you shouldn't. Now what surprised me about these stats is that an original type from Generation 1, Ice, is the least common type, but not Fairy, a type from 2 generations ago, and currently the newest type. I mean, I guess they retconned it on some Pokemon, Clefairy, but whatever, I guess. So after type, when I said average Pokemon, I'm sure the second thing that came to your mind is like what stage they're like. Are they basic Pokemon? Are they stage 2 Pokemon? Are they stage 3? Do they have a Mega? Or are they Mega? And so on and stuff. But for the sake of keeping the video interesting, I'm going to spread out what I consider more important, relevant, interesting stats. And I'm going to intermix them with the less exciting stats, like the average initial friendship. Woo! Which, did you know, by the way, is 65.2743? I bet you didn't know that. So another interesting characteristic you might have not thought about is whether or not a Pokemon has a hidden ability. Because, you may or may not know, not all Pokemon have hidden abilities. In fact, only 0.7905% of Pokemon have a hidden ability, whereas 2.094 don't have a hidden ability. Again, we're taking megas into this, which of course don't have a hidden ability. So, yeah, food for thought. Yeah. Another characteristic you might have thought of right away was what the average height/weight is. And fortunately, this was about the easiest to find because somebody else already did it. And the average height is 4'1", and the average weight is 149.3 pounds. I will convert both of those to the metric system because I'm culturally diverse. Yeah? I eat at Taco Bell. Maybe. So a characteristic you might have not even thought about, or even known about for that matter, is what XP group the Pokemon is in. There are 6 different XP groups a Pokemon could be in, which are conveniently on screen so I don't have to talk as much and I'm already thirsty. Double tap to give Jacob a glass of water. So the 6 different XP groups, of course, take a different amount of XP to get a Pokemon to level 100. Medium, fast, for example, it's sort of fast. Fast is fast, slow is slow. It's very self-explanatory. Except erratic is sort of erratic, but it's pretty fast, I believe. I don't know. And fluctuating is the slowest. It takes like 2 million or something total XP. Anyway, next. So this is one of the stats I find more interesting, the BST, or base stat total. Here are the 6 different stats. I don't want to list them because I'm lazy, because talking is hard, you know? Especially if you have to do like 10,000 takes. Anyway, so the average thing for HP is on the screen, but it rounds to 71. The average thing for attack is rounding to 79. The average for defense rounds to 74. The average for special attack, it rounds to 72, which is the same for special defense, and speed rounds to the lowest with 68. I'm sure I showed all the precise numbers and I'm sure they're still on screen. Now the average BST, or base stat total, is 436.1197, which rounds to 436. Because you don't know how to round. Rounding is hard, that's why I'm here. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. You'll learn great, sweetie. So now for all the different body styles. There's head plus legs. And everything else is gonna be on screen because I don't want to have to go through and say them. And now here are the numbers. Looking on my little cheat sheet, it looks like bipedal plus tail has the most, which makes sense. That's like Charmander, I think. He's bipedal plus tail. This doesn't really affect the Pokemon at all, except for like Pokédex data, but I decided to include it so I have a more legit bag data. It sounded like I said bag data. Like Baghdad, but did. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at life. So now, here's another characteristic coming at you. At number 3 is Egg Group. Monster, Human like Water 1, Water 2, Water 3, Bug Grass, Undiscovered, Mineral, Flying Amorphous Field Fairy, Ditto, and Dragon. Don't know why I said it like that, but it just came out. So here are the numbers, bang, badoom. I have a paper with all the stats on me next to it, but Undiscovered has the most by far, and that's just because there's all the legendaries and stuff that can't breed for obvious reasons. Of course, like, Water 1 is second most, because Water is pretty much the best type. End story. Now it's time for a more interesting stat. What percent of Pokemon come from which region? When we have Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, Alola. Now, here are the numbers. Bang, boom. Now, if you didn't know, Unova had the most original Pokemon in it. But because I'm counting all the Megas and Alolan forms, Kanto has the most by a decent bit, just because it got Megas and Alolan forms. I mean, I guess it's self-explanatory. But yeah. Then there's Hoenn, who's pretty close, I guess, and that's it. And I'm stretching this like I said I wouldn't. And we are finally to our last uninteresting stat, which is the Pokédex color. And you couldn't always even search by color. I don't know when it was added, probably like Gen 4 or something. So here are all the colors. I don't need to explain colors because Well, what if you're colorblind and I was just completely insensitive? I'm so sorry. Put on your colorblind glasses, you stupid paralytics. Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't put that in the video. In the Pokemon world, these are all the colors you can see. No more, no less. One shade of red for the whole world. Oh, red, get it? He's a Pokemon. Is it? What? Stats, bam, appear. I hit my foot. I don't know why I did that. It's good sound effects, I guess. So it looks like blue has the most. I guess that makes sense because water is the most common type, and you know, water is blue, people. But water is not wet. Don't let the media trick you. I am here reporting to you live from WatchJoboMoj.com. And really, what does this take even? Okay, now we have the stat I hyped up, and now you get it. It might even be exciting. So which stage the Pokemon is? So there's stage 1 Pokemon, Bang. Stage 2 Pokemon, Barbui. Stage 3, Triple Kick. Stage 4, Bullet Seed. Or Mega, I mean. I said Mega. Editor. Mega Pokemon. Or Bullet Seed. Okay, good. So, here are the percentages I'll actually just say them. Stage 1 Pokemon make up 0.4934. Did I say that number right? 0.4934. Yeah, and then stage 2 is 0.3453. Stage 3 is 0.1056. And Mega Pokemon specifically is 0.0555. Or maybe it's just, never mind. Don't even maths. This is bad. This is such a bad video. Why did you even watch it? So something I did with the highest numbers was multiply them all together so I could find the, quote, highest percentage combo. Basically, I just multiplied all the highest numbers out of every stat to find what the potentially most common Pokemon were to look like if it had all these stats. And any given Pokemon has a 0.0000142997% chance of having it. So basically what I'm saying is there's a lot of stats going into Pokemon. So to discover which Pokemon is indeed the average Pokemon, I just looked at all of the numbers and stats and stuff, and I just looked at Pokemon on a Pokédex app, which I suggest getting data decks or something. I don't know. That's what I use. It's useful. I'm not paid, of course. Not promotion or nothing. It's just a really cool thing. Anyway, after running the numbers, doing the calculations, and spending probably 20 whole minutes, looking at a Pokédex, I discovered that the most common Pokemon is Bibarel. I'm not even kidding. He has the right type matchups. He has a hidden ability. He's a stage 2, which is the second most common. His friendship is like 70 or whatever. He's the most common Pokemon. So yeah, there's your that. Anyway, outtakes coming your way now, because I have a feeling this isn't going to be 10 minutes. So, outtakes, bang. Maybe deleted scenes coming. Or deleted outtakes, or just outtakes. Bibarel, though, he's the most common Pokemon. He's such a... You just never think about it, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm done talking into my stupid phone forever. Goodness, my throat is so dry. The triple tap to save this picture and get Jacob some water, thank you. I discovered that the most... but yeah, now we... Anyway, so how I found out which Pokemon is the most common is I just looked at the data, went through a Pokédex thing. Oh, yeah. 9 and a 7 is bad, I hate. When we have Kalos, Johto, starters, what am I... And our how many Pokemon... Oh, familiar places, run up places, but in the further races, going nowhere. The tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. I had my head, I want to drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow.